Okay, hello and welcome to the 49th episode of Quizzing with the Members. We finally had a new winner in the last episode after sort of a series of victories for Akshay. And then now let me call the defending champion first, Abhishek.
Hi KB, how are you?
Abhishek, how does it feel to be invited as defending champion?
Bit strange, just I mean, like I won by a fluke once and never to win again, much like Korani Ivanisevic in Wimbledon.
Good one. Okay, cool. Talking of in-person quizzes, we have somebody who was with us back when we did Quizzing with Comedians and you actually. If you guys remember the Mumbai episode, he partnered with Rohan Joshi and actually won that quiz. He's here back on Quizzing with Members for the first time. He's based out of London now and loves science fiction, sports, F1, tennis, football. Give it up for Anand.
Hi. How are you, KV?
Good, Anand. You won one quiz and then you went to London only. Wow. See how quizzing can change your life. Anand, how does it feel to be back on quizzing and online version this time?
Yes, fantastic. I have very fond memories of the in-person event, and yeah, I hope this is fun as well.
Yes, it will be. It will be. Okay. On that note, our third contestant, you saw him in Quizzing with Members very recently. Give it up for Dhruv. Welcome, Dhruv.
Hey,
Welcome. Good to see you back.
yeah,
Dhruv, have
good
you
to be
been
back.
watching new shows and new movies? Anything new that you watched that you want to share with our audience?
Good. Yeah, so recently I've been into this rabbit hole of like Alan Moore stuff. So I bought a graphic novel From Hell, which is around Jack the Ripper. So
Hmm.
I researched into that, which led me into this rabbit hole where I found out he created the character for Constantine, John Constantine in the Swamp Thing. And now I want to read like other graphic novels. And I also recently rewatched V for Vendetta, which is
Hmm.
again Alan Moore. So somehow I've been like in that loophole. And he
Hmm.
got me into graphic novels. I think it's pretty interesting. I haven't read a lot of comics or anything yet. So
Hmm.
this is fun. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. On that note, our last contestant for the panel is Naman.
Hi, KV.
Hi, Naman. Hi. Where are you joining from, Naman?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay. Cool. Naman, you've been here and Dhruv has been here. Abhishek has been here. Anand making his debut, but he's been there for our offline quizzes. Let's have fun together. You all know how this works, so we can start the quiz. Let's do this. The order will be the same order in which you guys were called. Abhishek, Anand, Dhruv, Naman. Second half will be Naman, Dhruv, Anand, Abhishek. Let's start with the first question to Abhishek from the world of Mahabharata. Okay, this is the sculpture that you see on the right side of the screen, a sculpture of a Maharathi fighting with Bhim, and this sculpture is at Chennakeshwar temple in Belur. Now, in the Mahabharata, on the 12th day of the Kurukshetra war, Duryodhan sent a large elephant division against Bhim. Bhim killed all the elephants with his mace. This created a havoc among the Kaurav army and they fled for their life in all directions. Angered by this, the king of Pragjyotish, seated on his elephant, charged against Bhim. The elephant rushed forward and crushed Bhim's chariot into pieces, killed his charioteer and horses. What followed was a battle for the ages and eventually ending with a victory for the Pandavas. All I want from you is what was the name of the elephant well known for its bravery? Okay.
Is this Eravat?
Not Aravat, but good guess. Going to Anand,
Is this Ashwatthama the elephant?
not Ashwatthana, but good guess again. Going to Dhruv,
Yeah, I can't think of anything. So I will pass. Yeah.
okay. Going to Naman,
Rawat and Ashwatthama were my two guesses as well. So don't know if any other elephants. So I'm gonna guess like Gajraj or something,
not
basically.
Gajendra. But yeah, okay. Cool. We'll quickly take a round. I'll try and add more hints for this. One is a very basic hint. The answer starts with S. Okay, S for Saluja. Okay, S. That's the first hint. The story is very interesting because from the Mahabharata, you barely know named elephants. He was one of the bravest elephants. The story was very interesting as you shared the part of the story in the question where the this elephant X basically attacked Bhim, killed his charioteer and everything, crushed his chariot, and Bhim jumped from the chariot at the last moment, so he escaped. There was a big battle between Bhim and the elephant, so much so that there was a point when the elephant actually was about to trample Bhim, and then Bhim narrowly escaped. It was so close that the Kaurav army actually thought that Bhim has died, so they started rejoicing. But Bhim escaped, and then later Arjun came and he finally killed X with a barrage of arrows. It was a great story. And the answer starts with S. SU actually. So if that makes, because the name has also been used, it's the name of many sages, it's the name of other elephants, it's a name you might have heard otherwise also. But we'll just quickly take a round of any name that you can come up with that starts with SU. We'll start whenever Abhishek is ready.
I can't. I'll just have to take a wild guess or something, starting with SU. Suyash.
Not Suyash, but good guess. Going to Anand.
We're just guessing names with SU. Surendra.
No. Going to Dhruv.
Yeah, same pattern. Let's try Surya.
Not Surya. Going to Naman.
Sudama.
Not Sudhama. Okay, but good attempt on every end. The answer is Supratik. Okay, so for next time, Supratik is a wonderful, wonderful story. And as you can see, there are many sculptures, etc., named after Supratik. In fact, Supratik is a name used for other elephant also. There is, of course, this whole concept in our old scriptures of like there are 8 major elephants that actually bore the weight of the world, and they are all in charge of different zones of the world. And one of those elephants is, of course, Aravat, which Abhishek guessed in the beginning. And Supratik is one of those elephants also. It's a very, very sacred elephant name. But yeah, something new we learned today. Nobody gets points for this, which means next year it will again be Abhishek's. Abhishek, the American Colonization Society, ACS, believed that deportation of black people would be the answer to America's slavery problem. And in 1816, with the aim of establishing a self-sufficient colony for emancipated American slaves, the first group of settlers arrived at what is today Sierra Leone. In 1822, they established a settlement called Christopolis near Cape Mesurado on the Atlantic coast. In 1824, they renamed that city to X, after the sitting American president of the time, who was a prominent supporter of developing the city as a place to relocate formerly enslaved black people from the US and Caribbean islands as an alternative to abolishing the institution of slavery in America. As of today, 2024, X and Washington, D.C. are the only 2 world capitals named after US presidents. All I want from you, Abhishek, is which city are we talking about?
Yeah, this has to be Monrovia and Monroe, Liberia's capital.
Yeah. This is Monrovia. 10 points there to Abhishek, which is, of course...
This was in the president's quiz, right? Recently on the 6th?
This funda
the US president one.
Yeah, so we had used this funda for US president's quiz. And we've used an indirect funda, one of the earlier Quizzing with Comedians episode also about Liberia, where the funda was very simple, that a lot of people in the US thought the solution to slavery is to deport all the slaves to a new country, and they called it Liberia, named after liberation. And the capital of Liberia is named after then US president was Monroe. Okay, cool. So yeah, they thought that we'll resettle all African Americans and we'll have a new country, Monrovia. Nicely done. 10 points to Abhishek. Next direct will be to Anand. Anand, when developing a startup, you might think asking family for feedback is helpful, but their supportive nature often leads to overly positive responses. In his book, author Rob Fitzpatrick offers a practical 116-page guide that emphasizes the dangers of such misleading feedback. The title of the book highlights the idea that even your closest allies may not provide the honest critique you need. He advocates for casual conversations over formal meetings to gather valuable insights. This approach is crucial for startups, as relying on familiar opinions can lead to false confidence, making it essential to seek the truth behind your business idea. What do you think is the title of this book?
I have no idea. I'll just guess. Is it The Ugly Truth?
Not the ugly truth. Going to Dhruv.
I had a very similar guess. The harsh truth.
Not the harsh truth. Going to Naman.
The reality check.
The reality check. No. Going to Abhishek.
So home disadvantage.
The home disadvantage. No. But you're on good track, Abhishek. Like family and home is good track. Okay. We'll start again with Anand. The hint is the dash test. That's the book called. That's the title of the book. The dash test. Okay. And like I said earlier, Abhishek was on good track with family and all that. So the dash test. Is that helpful? Should I add more hints? More hints? Blocking hints? The dash test. The dash is a 3-letter word. Okay. 3-letter word. The dash test. We'll take around with that. The dash test and just look at what the book is about. Misleading feedback from your family, maybe overly positive response from your family. The dash test.
Okay. Is it the kin test?
The kin test. No. Going to Dhruv.
I'm confused between two options. Let's try the fam test.
The
Short
fam
for like
test.
family.
Not bad. Yeah. No. Good. Going to Naman.
Kin was my first thought as well. No, I don't have anything. Pass.
Okay. Going to Abhishek.
Have anything either? I'm just gonna take a guess. The mob test.
The what?
Mob, like the
The
mafia
mom.
family mob. Mob.
MOM. MOM mom.
M-O-B. M-O-B.
MOB.
Or yeah.
Mob test.
Yeah.
Man. Why didn't you go for MOM, which is more of a family?
Uh,
Thanks.
It's the mom test. Okay, wrong. Patrick has the mom test, how to talk to customers and learn if your business is a good idea when everyone is lying to you. So mom test, because when you go to your mom, moms always tend to be like, great idea, beta, very nice, very nice. बहुत अच्छा मेरा बेटा, very nice. Good.
You read the answer out to me. I still could not get it for what it
Yeah, I
was.
was like, why? Okay, cool. So yeah, nobody gets any points on this one as well, the mom test, which means the next direct will again be Anand. Okay, Anand, we're talking about a certain US athlete now. US athlete sometimes back received a lot of flack when he quoted that NBA champion isn't actually the world champion, since it is a competition inside the USA in a rather derogatory manner, is what his critics felt. When he said world champion of what? He received a barrage of abuses online post this, of course. Who is this athlete? This is a screen grab from that interview. On their head, world champion of what? The United States? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the US at times, but that ain't the blah, blah, blah. Who is this US athlete?
is this an? Sorry, can I ask a question since no one
Yes.
is this a basketball player? Like, do we know this or do we not want to clarify this?
Anybody wants to block that clarification? I guess no. No, not a basketball player.
And is this a current athlete or
Yeah,
current, right?
current athlete.
This is the guy who won one of the I don't remember which event it was, 100 or 200 meters. Lyles?
Yes, perfect.
Oh,
Yes, 10
okay.
points there to Anand. We're talking about Lyles, Noah Lyles. Probably one of the best known athletes in the world right now. Noah Lyles from USA. And you were right, he won 102 meter, 100 meter. I mean, he has the American record for 200 meter as we speak. This was after the 2023 World Athletic Championships at Glasgow, I think, where he won the 100 meter and 200 meters. And this was in an interview after that about NBA. And he's like, world champion of what? Okay. And obviously got a lot of hate from NBA players, NBA fans, a lot of other people. Okay. 10 points there to Anand, which means next direct will be to Dhruv. Dhruv, talking about a certain individual. This individual began his journey in politics as a student leader at an American university before returning to India to oversee his father's political affairs. His initial foray into the political arena saw him contesting and winning a seat in Haryana's Kurukshetra constituency with a significant margin. He was a notable member of various parliamentary committees and initiatives, including those related to home affairs and children. After a stint with the Indian National Congress, he joined the BJP and returned to the Lok Sabha in a recent election. Not only is he recognized for his legislative work, but he also heads a prominent steel and power company and is involved in higher education through a global university named after his father. Who is this prominent figure? And for this question, we'll want the full name. Usually in quizzing, just the last name is fine. But for a surname, जिसके बहुत लोग हैं, you can't just say Robert Kennedy like that. So
Yeah. You mentioned he joined the BJP and returned to Lok Sabha in a recent election. So right now he is a member of the Lok Sabha from BJP.
yeah,
Are there any path points for just the surname?
नहीं. Just name surname, 2-word answer.
Yeah, I think I'll have to pass because I wouldn't be able to guess like an entire name. I don't know much about this. Yeah.
Okay, going to Naman.
I don't know this either. Is one guy's coming to? Is he the guy who got married to Pariniti Chopra recently? Cannot recall his name. I don't even know if he's the right. Some Chandra Chadda Chabra, one of these. Okay, I don't have a full formed guess basically.
Okay. No, not him. You're talking about Raghav Chadda, I think. Not
Chadda, yeah, Chadda, yeah.
no, going to Abhishek.
This Naveen Jindal.
Yes, that
I
I think.
wasn't sure which Jindal this is.
Yeah. Had to be Jindal, Power, Steel, and all that. Now everything fits. Naveen Jindal, MP from Kurukshetra, head of Jindal Steel, Power, etc., and also OP Jindal University. Nicely done. Jindal Steel and Power. Naveen Jindal. Nice. 12 points there to Abhishek, which means the next direct will be to Anand. Anand, during a recent global athletic event, participants found themselves resting on specially designed structures made from an unconventional material often used in packaging. These structures, created by a Japanese company known for its sustainable innovations, are incredibly sturdy despite their lightweight construction. Initially, a theory emerged suggesting that these structures were designed to prevent certain activities, a claim that gained traction during the previous editions as well. However, this theory was debunked, and the true purpose of these structures was revealed to be part of an effort to promote sustainability as they are fully recyclable. What are these controversial yet eco-friendly resting structures called?
Okay, are these like beds used at the Olympics in the Olympic villages? And I think the claim is that participants usually indulge in like sexual activities, and this bed would not support that.
Perfect. Yes. That's all. That's the funda we're looking for. These are, of course, cardboard beds, okay, and used in the recent Olympic, also in Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And people said no, the actual reason they're using these beds is because so people can't have sex. And then it was debunked saying, no, that's not the reason. The bed can apparently take the weight of almost 200 kilograms, but it's more in the realm of sustainable and environmental friendly beds and not anti-sex beds. But yeah, these are anti-sex beds. Well done. 10 points there to Anand. Yeah, Japanese company called Airweave, I think. Okay. Next direct will be to Dhruv. We now move into the world of music. Vince Staples released his debut double album in 2015. The cover is given on the screen. Now, this album's cover is inspired by a 1979 work. Okay, inspired by a 1979 work featuring iconic cover art of Elegant Waves. This influential post-punk band significantly shaped his sound. All I want from you is title of the 1979 album that inspired him.
Maybe just an informal, is it like a very popular band or the album, or is it a bit niche?
Slightly niche, I would say. Not
Okay.
that, not like, I don't know what popular name to give, but not like, say, a Not like one of those names we keep hearing, but slightly niche. Slightly niche.
Okay. I'll just take a guess. The Wave.
Not the Wave, going to Naman.
I don't even know what post-punk is. This just reminds me, I mean, yeah, I don't have a good guess from music. It's just this reminds me of that famous Japanese painting, The Great Wave or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So I'm just gonna
Uh,
guess The Great Wave.
no, going to Abhishek.
The only punk bands I can think of are from the 80s, and I don't even remember any album names, so yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay, passing to Anand.
Yeah, no idea on this one.
Okay,
Pass.
cool. No stress. We'll take another round. So, yeah, post-punk 1979, blah, blah, blah. That album cover was basically, we'll see in the answer slide, but those were radio waves. So it was inspired from like radio waves, etc., etc. So what we'll do is I'll give you the album name. We'll see if somebody can crack the band. The album name is called Unknown Pleasures. The album name is called Unknown Pleasures, which is by a band, English post-punk rock band. Two-word answer for the band name. Okay. Unknown Pleasures by a certain band. Anybody has any idea or should I add more hints?
I can take a guess.
Okay, start through whenever.
Sex Pistols?
Not Sex Pistols, going to Naman.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna get AC/DC.
No, going to Abhishek.
The Sex Pistols was going to be my only guess, but again, I think they're 80s.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Rolling Stones.
No, going to Anand.
Couple of guesses now. Joy Division.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Crazy. Nicely done. Just when I was about to give up, yeah, okay, this goes an answer. Well done. Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. Well done, Anand. Fantastic. And this is that album cover, which was basically Radio Pulsar Waves. And this inspired Vince Staples' cover. Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. Nice. Okay, 8 points there to Anand. It is Joy Division, which means the next direct will be Dhruv again. Dhruv, in the political climate of 2016, especially during Donald Trump's election and the Brexit referendum, a term recognized by Oxford as Word of the Year emerged. So this was Oxford's Word of the Year for 2016. This term describes a phenomenon where emotions and personal beliefs take precedence over objective facts, reflecting a significant shift in public discourse marked by disputes over truth claims. Scholars have linked it to past debates on relativism and its unique ties to modern communication. What term are we talking about that captures the essence of our current reality?
Can I ask if it's like a single word or a two-word term? If everyone's okay.
It's a hyphenated term.
Okay. One more clarifying question, if that's all right. Is it a new term? Like, is 2016 the first time we are hearing it?
I'm surprised nobody is blocking any clarification. Okay.
I'm fine if it's blocked.
I
Yeah,
mean,
No.
yeah, I'll block.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll take it. Is it double speak?
Not double speak. Going to Naman.
Is this alternative facts?
Not alternative. All both good guesses. Going to Abhishek.
This is post-truth, right?
Post-truth. 12 points there to Abhishek. Post-truth. Word of the year 2016, Oxford. And yeah, post-truth is the era we live in where emotional appeal, etc., have more value than data and objective this thing. Truth, I think, therefore I am. Post-truth, I believe, therefore I'm right. Okay. So yeah, we saw this during Brexit. We keep seeing this every day, where truth and facts are now secondary to rhetoric and emotional persuasion. That brings us to our halftime. Let's take a quick look at the score. Abhishek on the back of Monrovia, Naveen Jindal, and Post Truth is leading right now, although with a small margin, 34 right now. Anand has 10 each for Noah Lyles and Anti-Sex Bets and 8 for Joy Division. Anand on 28, Dhruv and Naman yet to start scoring, but the order will now change. The order will be Naman, Dhruv, Anand, Abhishek. Let's begin. First direct of the second half to Naman. Naman, in the early 1950s, a science fiction writer named L. Ron Hubbard introduced a set of self-help principles that he called Dianetics, which soon evolved into a broader religious philosophy. This philosophy attracted many followers, including some Hollywood celebrities, leading to the formation of an official church in Los Angeles in 1954. Known for its secretive nature and controversial practices, this organization has been the subject of much public scrutiny and media coverage over the years. The church's teachings revolve around the concept of the thetan, and it promises spiritual enlightenment through a process called auditing. What are we talking about?
Is this Scientology?
It is Scientology. Yes, someone on board with Scientology, 10 points. And yeah, now everything fits. L. Ron Hubbard actually wrote a book called Dianetics and something like Modern Science of Mental Health, etc. And then gradually that became sort of a religion called Scientology. Well done, 10 points to Naman, which means next direct will be to Dhruv. Dhruv, I'm talking about a certain actress. This actress has left her mark across various genres, known for her performances in popular films such as Badhai Do and Dr. G. She won accolades for each of these roles. Growing up in Delhi, she pursued her passion for theatre through workshops and majored in English literature from a prominent college in Delhi. Her versatility spans across both film and stage, with notable appearances in classics like Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and Talash. Not just limited to acting, she is also a driving force behind a theatre group in Mumbai. Which actress is this, who has been seen on television series as well, like Hitler Didi and Kuch To Log Kahenge? Which actress are we talking about?
I'm trying to think of the cast of like Badhai though, because that's the one which I've watched. But we want someone who's older, looking at like the other examples. Mm, I'm very confused because of the timeline. I don't think it's one of like the usual suspects, so I don't want to waste a guess. This one, common. I think it should be like a grandmother type character from these movies. And I have a face in mind which I don't have a name to. So now I'm just worried about how to hedge this. I don't know. Let's just like a rant. I don't think it's right, but just Nina Gupta.
Not Neena Gupta, going to Anand.
Bhumi Pednekar, right?
Not Bhumi Pednekar, going to Abhishek.
Yeah, I think I have a face in mind. I can't recall the name either. So I'm just gonna take the name I can remember and hope for the best. But I don't think she's in this one. Seema Pava.
Not Seema Pava. Good guess, no? Going to Naman.
I know the person. She plays Rajkumar Rao's mother in Badhai Do. Um, just don't know her name and never checked her name.
Hmm.
She's a very good actress. To cook up a name in that case. I don't know. Tilotoma Shome.
Not Tilotoma Shom. Okay, we'll start again with Dhruv. So we are talking about a character actor, and like some of you said, she's fantastic actor, no doubt. As you can start from Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, one of the character actors there, moved on to many of these movies from like Delhi 6, Talash, of course, and of course Badai Do and all that. Even Permanent Roommates, if you remember the web series.
Yeah, that's where I remember her from. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name though.
Yeah, and bunch of TV shows like Kuch To Log Kahenge, etc. Anybody at this point wants to block anything? No, no, okay. So now I'll give you the initials. The initials are SC. Okay, SC. Okay, Dhruv, go for it.
Shiba Chaba. Shiba, like Shiba Chabra. I think Chabra, yeah.
No, but okay, I'll give it to you. It was anyway after
Chadda.
Shiba Chadda actually.
Chadda.
This
5
woman,
points. Yeah, Shiba Chadda, and of course, if you see her, you know she's been part of many, many amazing projects. Great, great actor, theater, movies, a lot of things. And yeah, Delhi. What other hint was there? Yeah. Hansraj College. All that. Okay. 5 points there to Dhruv, which means the next direct will be to Anand. Okay. Anand, we're talking about a 4-letter abbreviation. Remember, your answer will be 4-letter abbreviation. Early proponents concluded that this phenomenon was generally unrelated to sexual arousal and hence were opposed to references to orgasm in its nomenclature. In 2010, Jennifer Allen, a participant in an online forum, proposed the name X, 4 words. Allen confirmed in a 2016 interview that she purposely selected these 4 words because they were more objective, comfortable, and clinical than alternative terms for the sensation. In that interview, Allen explained she selected the third word, meridian, to replace the word orgasm. Better known by an abbreviation. What is this 4-letter abbreviation?
Can I ask one clarifying question? Is
Yes,
it like
Naman.
one of those words which have become like the acronym itself has sort of become the word, like, you know, or do we still sort of think of it as an acronym?
Oh. See, the acronym is what we almost always use. Like
Okay.
we never even, like sometimes people are like, oh, iska full form ye hota hai kya? Oh, okay, no idea. But acronym is really popular. Okay. And the third letter is already given in the acronym.
Oh, sorry. I have no idea whatsoever. Pass.
Okay, going to Abhishek.
No, I'm gonna pass too. I can't fit any acronym I know with
Yeah.
Meridian.
Okay, sure. Like I said, Meridian. Okay, anyway, sorry. Going to Naman.
So it's a sensation.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Acme.
Not Acme. Going to Dhruv.
I think I know the like the funda or might have heard about this on Reddit or something, but like I'm not able to again like form a 4-letter acronym with M in, as the third one. I think the last letter is R, as in like reaction or something maybe. Um, just give me a minute to try to fit something. If not, I'll take a pass or a random guess.
Oh,
Too late, Angad Abhishek. Sorry, Anand Abhishek.
Oh no.
Too late.
yeah.
I don't know, man. FIMR.
Oh my God. No, no, no. Okay. We'll start again with Anand in terms of hint.
Yeah. No, not
Hey,
required. It's okay.
not required only. Okay, go for it.
ASMR.
We are talking
Yeah.
about ASMR.
Uh,
5 points there to Anand. Talking about ASMR. ASMR technically is a sensation that starts from your scalp, goes at the back. But we associate ASMR with ASMR music, etc., etc., etc. ASMR. Early opponents, there was a lot of debate whether to associate it with orgasm or not. And then Alan came up with a full form, which was autonomous sensory meridian response. And she said meridian is my replacement for orgasm because meridian and orgasm both refer to peaks, right? So ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response.
these videos always leave me uncomfortable with no such feelings, so I don't think I could associate it at all.
Yeah. Okay. 5 points there to Anand for this. Which means the next credit will be to Abhishek. Abhishek, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry was a French writer and aviator. A near-death experience while attempting to break a speed record would feature prominently in his writings, including in his magnum opus, which begins with a pilot being stranded in the desert. What is this magnum opus, which has been translated into over 505 different languages, being the second most translated work ever published, trailing only the Bible?
Something is broken, man. Is this Tintin?
Tintin, no, no. Passing to Naman.
I don't know if I can ask. When the magnum opus is a single book or a
Yeah,
series? I don't know. I know it's wrong. Don Quixote.
not Don Quixote. Going to Dhruv.
Is it the Little Prince?
It is the Little Prince. Yes. 12 points there to Dhruv. It is La Petite Prince, which is Little Prince. One of the most famous works, one of the most translated works, And yeah, now everything fits. Stranded in a desert, there's a prince stranded on Earth, and story, blah blah. It's a novella, such a very small read, but fantastic stuff. There's allegory and all that. There are themes of love, friendship, everything. Great book, great read. Highly recommend. 12
And
points
a
there.
get like a good gift option too. Like I've given this to like 4 5 people. Small read, even for
Yeah,
non-readers. It's a good
yeah,
book too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Okay, 12 points there to Dhruv, which means the next direct will be Anand's. Okay, Anand, in the practice of Ayurveda, there's a type of diet that aligns with certain yogic qualities. This diet emphasizes foods that are considered pure, essential, and vital, focusing on seasonal fruits, whole grains, and non-meat proteins. The term for this diet is derived from a Sanskrit word meaning pure essence and is often associated with principles like non-harm and moderation in eating. It's a diet often followed by those who practice yoga and strive for a clean and conscious way of living. What is this diet called? Dash diet.
Just a sattvic diet.
Yes, it is. It is Sattvic diet. Yes, 10 points there to Anand. Comes from Sattva, which is pure essence in Sanskrit, or goodness in general. Sattvic. Nice. 10 points there to Anand. 3 questions to go. Very tight quiz. Excited. Next direct will be to Abhishek. Abhishek, now I'm talking about a certain iconic fashion house. This brand listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange with the ticker symbol 1913, which is a reference to the year it was founded. And the brand is a staple in the luxury fashion world. Started in Milan by Mario Dash, it initially sold imported English animal goods. In the 1970s, Mario's granddaughter, Miuccia Dash, introduced waterproof nylon, transforming the brand. They also launched a subsidiary line named after Miuccia's nickname. Despite a rocky IPO, the brand saw a resurgence in the 2020s. Which iconic fashion house are we talking about?
This is Gucci.
Not Gucci, going to Naman.
Is this Fendi?
Not Fendi, going to Dhruv.
And is this Louis Vuitton?
Not Louis Vuitton, going to Anand.
Prada and
Prada.
Miu Miu.
Yes. Prada and Miu Miu. Yeah, yes. Thank you for getting the bonus points as well if they were. Miuccia's nickname was Miu, and so Miu Miu is another Prada line, another Prada subsidiary. But we are talking about Prada. 1913 started by Mario Prada, started as leather goods, etc. And then Miuccia Prada in 1970s, IPO in 2011. Prada. Oh, very crucial crack from Anand, because Anand gets 13 for this. 13 for Prada. Okay, cool. Next direct is to Abhishek. Abhishek, these two pictures that you see on your screen were taken on October 1st, 2006 at 13 hours 20 minutes and 13 hours 20 minutes 12 whatever camera time. Basically 12 seconds apart. Silvio Danilov, who published these images, told media that computer cables that were discovered in the ceiling of the bathroom used by the accused during the prestigious event in Elista, creating crazy controversy throughout the world. All I want from you is, what was the occasion of this reveal? What are we talking about?
Um, is this a chess match there was a cheating in?
Okay, go on, a little bit more, Abhishek.
Someone went to the bathroom to look up the moves using stockfish in the
Great.
chess game.
Okay, cool. Any proper names you want to give?
Yeah, I'm thinking of.
Just try, because you're almost there and we'll take a round. If nobody gives me a better answer, I'll give you points and close this actually.
Yeah, I mean, with the timeline, I'm just thinking of the names that could be involved. Azerbaijani cheater. I don't have a name.
Okay.
Like,
So Abhishek, sorry.
yeah, just taking a wild guess anyway. Is it Kramnik? I don't think it is, but
I'll give it to you. Actually, I won't even pass. You've gotten it. I was waiting for
okay.
somebody to say a good proper name, which is right, and you got Vladimir Kramnik, which is correct. Fantastic.
Kramnik, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Vladimir Kramnik cheating controversy versus Vasilin Topalov World Chess Championship 2006.
Topalov is the name I was thinking of and
Yeah,
trying to
but that's
remember.
okay. You got Kramnik, you got chess, you got toilet funda, you got cheating funda, everything. So yeah, full 10 points to you on this. This is of course also known as Toilet Gate Scandal. This was the World Championship match between Vladimir Kramnik and Vasilin Topalov. And the manager of Topalov actually accused Kramnik of going to bathroom too many times, and then he later released these pictures claiming that Kramnik was going to the bathroom to get help from computer. But yeah, there was nothing was proved as such, and Kramnik became the world unified champion in 2006. Okay, cool. 10 points there to Abhishek. The next direct will be to Naman. Naman, Shine is a song written and recorded by American singer Gwen Stefani featuring Pharrell Williams, who also produced the song. Originally intended for Stephanie's band, no doubt, it is a reggae, pop, and ska song, the lyrics of which revolves around someone's journey to London and his identity crisis. All I want from you is the lyrics in the song has direct references to whom. And at this point, if four of you feel कि यार ये तो बिल्कुल ही idea नहीं है, हम तो गाना ही नहीं सुनते हैं type, I can give you a hint. But if somebody has a good guess, we'll wait for one.
I
If the
have
answer
a guess.
you
Might
have
be silly, but
no, that's
I have
okay.
something.
That's completely okay. Okay, so I'll not add any extra hint as of now. But this song talks about someone's journey to London and his identity crisis. This lyrics of the song references whom?
Can I ask a question? If it
Yes.
says originally intended for Stefani's band, like
Hmm.
what happened to the song if it was not so like
It was
Is it-
originally intended to be released by No Doubt, but then it was released by Gwen Stefani and featured Pharrell Williams.
Then I also had a just clarifying question.
Hmm.
When you say London, is it specifically London or like UK as a whole? Like, do we know if it's fixed London?
Mostly London only. But yeah, England is also a good track, but London is the main this.
I don't even know what domain to even think about. Whose journey could it even be? I don't know. For the lack of a better guess, Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, going to Dhruv,
Uh, might be a very silly guess, but is it Ted Lasso?
not Ted Lasso, going to
Is it someone called Anish from the
uh,
name of the song?
no, nice. Going to Abhishek,
Is this Freddie Mercury?
not Freddie Mercury. Okay, okay. Just saying, if Abhishek had gotten this now, Abhishek would have won this quiz by 1 point. It would have been a crazy finish. But we'll start again with Naman. So the hint that I was trying to give earlier is this is a fictional character. Okay, so think of fictional character. Number one. And fictional character's journey to England and adapting to life in England. And very, very symbolic of London and England, this fictional character. If you ever go to London, you will see this character at a lot of places. You will go to these gift shops and, like memorabilia, memento kind of a thing. You will keep seeing this character, okay? This fictional character. That's my first hint to think in this direction. Fictional character really associated with London and England. That's the first. Anybody blocking at this one? Okay, more hints. Think of animals. So fictional animal character, very closely associated with life in England, English pop culture, English. Yeah, we'll start whenever Naman is ready.
Is it like the elephant Dumbo?
No, not Dumbo. Going to Dhruv.
Paddington?
Paddington. Yes, that is correct. 6 points there to Dhruv. We're
Bear,
talking
I
about Paddington Bear. Yes, we're talking about Paddington. And this is the song, Pharrell Williams and Gwen Stefani, Shine, which has a lot of reference to Paddington. Basically, it's about your identity in a new place and adapting to a new culture. Paddington Bear, that brings us to the end of the quiz. Let's take one final look at the scores. Abhishek had 34 in the first half. He got 10 for the Vladimir Kramnik cheating scandal question. Abhishek ends on 44. We'll come to Anand later. Dhruv had nothing in the first half, but second half he got 5 for Sheba Chadha, then 12 for The Little Prince, and 6 for Paddington Bear. Dhruv ends on 23. And Naman ends on 10 on the back of Scientology. Okay, Scientology, 10 points, 10 points. Now we come to Anand with 28. Then he got 5 for ASMR, then 10 for Sattvic Food. And like I said, one of the most crucial answers was Prada, 13 points there. Anand ends on 56. It was a close race in Abhishek and Anand for a while because you both were on 44, 43 with 3 questions to go. That's when Anand got Prada, which was a direct for Abhishek, and that changed it to 44, 56, and then sorry, 34, 56, and then oh yeah, it became 44, 43 before the last question. So 44, 43, either one of you two could have won. But yeah, crazy stuff. Thank you so much. First of all, mad shout out to Naman. Naman, always a pleasure to host you for quizzing evening, quizzing with members, all of these, and to connect with you on cricket, one of our common passions. Dhruv, delight. You're one of the most enthusiastic quizzers we have. Hope to see you soon. Abhishek, fantastic as always. I'll meet you in person in Delhi quizzes. And Anand,
Looking forward to
back.
that. Thank you.
Yes, and Anand back with a bang. Fantastic stuff. We'll see you soon, Anand, with 3 new contestants for the next episode of Quizzing with the Members. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank